What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin ICast 2023 live coverage. I'm your host, Jimmy, coming back with you again a lot faster than I thought. We just ended a great show with Shane. Go check that one out if you didn't get to check it out. And got a great guest today, returning guest, Greg Dipalma, Bassmaster lead angler, Bassmaster Gunnersville. That was Gunnersville, right? Yeah, Bassmaster Gunnersville event winner in the kayak. And then your most recent sixth place at the Bassmaster in lacrosse.
Correct.
And on a frog, and that's my favorite thing to do. So we're definitely going to touch into that. But how you been, man? What's been going on?
I've been good. I mean, thanks for having me, and I really enjoy actually sitting down right now with you because it's pretty hectic out there.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I was telling Brian. He was like, we can do it standing up. I was like, I don't know. We'll probably get more people in if we tell them we have seats. So, well, we'll start with that. We brought him over here to obviously talk about Nomad Design. Y'all have some cool stuff going on over there. Got some cool stuff coming down the pipeline. But y'all know me. I'm tournament fishing. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So give me just a quick rundown of how lacrosse went for you.
Well, we fish a lot of tournaments, and I would say, let's just say I fished 50. And out of them 50, I would say probably 4 or 5 are fun. That was a fun one. You go to lacrosse. I mean, your first thought in your mind, honestly, it's a frog.
Yeah,
it is. It is truly one of the only baits that you can efficiently fish on that body of water. But the best part is the freaking fish love them.
Yeah.
And you catch. I've only been there twice. Do you fish there a lot?
I've been once,
dude.
It was awesome.
I've never have truly been to a largemouth fishery where they pack up like they do on that place.
Yeah,
dude. Once you find them, it's like you find like the mother lode.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's cool. It's like they get that wolf pack thing going like smallmouth do. Gosh. And it's so different. Without obviously, I mean, there's not really like spots. But what pool are you on? 9. Okay, so I fished pool 8, and 8's kind of my style with all the islands and the currents switch directions and stuff like that. But then you can turn around and you'll swear you're in like a Florida swamp.
No doubt,
dude. And it's such good frog fishing. I remember when I was going up there, a really good friend of mine, John Lessman, he's a hammer in lacrosse in the kayak. And when I was preparing up there, I was thinking chatterbaits, swing jigs, things like that, moving baits. And he was like, Dad, just bring a frog rod. And I was like, that far up north? And he's like, dude, you don't even know. And man, it's fantastic up there.
It is.
Well, how'd the tournament go for you?
I mean, it went really good. Being new to the kayak scene, I'm still making adjustments. I'm still learning a lot on how to fish out of a kayak. Typically I throw for a frog, man. I throw like a 7.2, 7.3 style rod. But in the kayak, you think in your mind you want to go shorter, but it wasn't the case this week. I had to go longer because I don't have the leverage in the kayak.
Exactly.
I went for a 7'6" heavy power rod, and I was freaking putting the wood to him, dude. Hard as I possibly could. I was pulling that kayak around.
Dude, I saw the video. That was some really, I'm just a sucker for frog fishing. I can just watch that all day. But how are you adjusting to the kayak? You still enjoying it?
I like it a lot. I still don't like the part that it goes so slow on trolling motor, but I like it a lot.
Yeah. It's not doing 70 anywhere.
No, you have to just completely change your outlook on the whole thing. Like, the biggest part is, like, you need to practice differently. Like, I need to know, granted, lacrosse different story, but, like, I need to know that I'm around a ton of fish because I can't move like I normally could.
Exactly.
In a bass boat.
Yeah. That's something that I've always thought, and it'll be great, saying this to you to get your take on it. I think that it can make like a boat fisherman a better fisherman, or any fisherman a better fisherman, because you don't have the ability to spot run as much. I mean, you can load back up and move, but it makes you really break down an area.
It does.
Way, way more detailed.
It makes you adjust when normally you would not adjust, because normally, they're not biting, let me go to the other area.
Yeah.
You're in there, and I'm like, when I was at Gunnersville, dude, like, I know that I'm in a good area. I fished the area before, but like, things were evolving. They were changing. Like, during the pre-spawn, you have so many different weather changes that time of the year, and the fish are like, they might be up one day and then they might back off the second day. And you normally would just say, okay, I'm going to leave. Where I had to make the adjustments. I had to adjust the way that I was catching them. I had to go out deeper. I had to change baits a little bit. It's stuff that you normally would not do unless your back is against the wall.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So one more question about the kayak thing. What'd you think about that new Old Town, the EPDL?
That thing. I didn't know. Ryan told me some stuff was coming. He didn't really hit me too much to tell me exactly what it was. But dude, it's when I think of Johnson Outdoors in particular, they're just usually ahead of everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, there's a reason they've been around, like, I don't know, 100 years.
100 plus years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's innovation. I mean, it's, the other thing of this too, I asked Ryan today, I said, well, what's Hobie going to think about this? Because it's a pedal drive, but a power pedal drive. Is that going to be legal in Hobie events now or illegal? I'm going to go with illegal.
Yeah. It's been fun. There's been a whole bunch of waves in the kayak industry just from ICast already. There's new bump boards coming out.
Is there?
There's so you've got the EPDL. I've heard that same comment from a few people. Native just dropped a new boat, the Titan X, that is a very direct competitor to the Hobies. Got a lot of features that people have wanted out of those, and something that Garrett noticed is it's the same color as the PA 360.
Oh yeah.
So like the blue-black color pattern is almost identical. So it's like a direct just jab.
Yep.
But well, that's cool, man. What's your next kayak event?
So we have one more left for the season on the Upper Susquehanna River in October, which should be really good. But that time of the year too, we've had a lot of flooding that happens that time of year up there,
right?
Which could change the dynamics of that tournament either completely or they could possibly cancel it because it can get that bad.
Right. Do you have any experience up there?
I fished there quite a bit.
I figured.
So my guys from Susquehanna Fish and Tackle, their shop is pretty much on the Susquehanna River. I've been up there with Mike and George, I don't know how many times. I've had so many 100 to 200 plus fish days with them guys per person.
Jesus.
Just ridiculous.
That's insane.
It's like, when they get in the wintering pools up there and you get a good day, you throw your jerkbait out there, you twitch it one time, you might as well just start pulling. It's already got it.
Jeez.
They're just packed that tight in that place.
That's probably going to be the last event I have for the year, so I'm excited to hear stuff like that. That could be awesome.
It should be a good one. I'm gonna say you need 100 inches a day.
Heck yeah! You taking the same boat?
I'm gonna try to. I'll probably break some more stuff on that one because it's gonna be you got fast current, you got big rocks, and you got a guy like myself that just goes wide open all the time. So
yeah, but it is a Bassmaster event, so maybe you can sneak over one of them EPDLs to
maybe
a little bit smaller. Yeah, probably. Lots of breaking.
I can break it. Trust me.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get into Nomad Design, man. Talk about everybody. There was a lot of hype from it, from the bait that you used at Gunnersville.
Yep.
But y'all got a bunch of other cool stuff. So let's get right into it. Whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't already heard, we kind of took the lipless bait and we gave you guys an option for throwing it. There's when you think of a lipless, let's say Bill Lewis, or even a red eye, it's one lipless that typically you throw during the pre-spawn, spawn, and then in the fall. Well, we decided to do a power trio. We gave you that lipless that you can throw that time of year. We gave you a lipless that you can throw offshore in the summertime. We gave you a lipless for the fall and the Shatterdyne, and the spring and the Shatterdyne. We gave you extra techniques with just a lipless bait to kind of give you options. And, as a fisherman, sometimes we can confuse ourselves with too many options, but we just shot a bunch of videos on like the time of year, when's the best time to throw this one, that one, just to kind of give guys more clarity because I don't think they're used to something that they can use all year long in one bait.
Right.
So that's our whole thing. Our whole premise behind all this with all of our designs is we want to make it easier on the fisherman, not only, with the way you use your baits, but how to catch the fish during the time of year.
Right.
And like I said, we have some stuff that's coming out, man. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, I bet.
It's not even out, like in the industry.
That's insane.
Yep.
Is it dropping at ICast or
not this year?
Not this year.
Unfortunately.
Dang it.
Yep.
Got me all heated up.
It takes a really long time. Like I've been working on my finesse flipping jig now. It's been 2 years.
Wow.
Because I told them, I said, and they're the same way. This thing has to be absolutely perfect. I will not accept it.
No, you have to.
You have to. Because when nothing hits the market, what's a bass fisherman do? He tries it. If it doesn't work, guess what? He'll never bite again.
Exactly.
So
it's got to be dialed in.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I brought a few baits. We're going to kind of put the power trio to the side a little bit because there's so much out there right now that's on that. If you guys want to look up stuff, just go to Nomad Design or my Facebook page. You'll see a lot of the stuff. But I kind of want to talk about the jerk bait and the deep diver. They're the two.
All right.
Typically when you think of a jerkbait, you think of a pointer, you think of a mega bass. A lot of them baits, they might have a little more appeal paint style wise, but they pretty much do the same thing. A lot of the way them bait companies put action into their baits, a lot of them baits have really just kind of like rounder body shapes.
Mhm.
And them companies use the bill to basically give their jerk baits the style as far as the way the action is. So we took our jerk bait. Not only did we put the rounder bill in it, but we took the body style and we gave it a keel. Okay, so this is a jerk bait. Now, for super cold water, I'm not going to recommend this jerk bait.
Okay.
Because this jerk bait has a lot of action. If you're really good at throwing a jerk bait, you actually can almost turn this jerk bait completely around in a retrieve, which
Wow.
is crazy. Like a big swim bait, how you
Yeah.
can turn it. You got to watch yourself too, because you get real good. I mean, you can hang hooks a little bit too on the line, but like this jerk bait is really erratic.
Okay.
So for a forward-facing sonar kind of jerk bait, it's like spot on.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And is that kind of your design about it? Was like for this forward-facing sonar?
It
guys?
wasn't. So this was their design, but once I started to like really use it, and like, oh my gosh, like this is different.
Right.
You know, and they kind of already had the idea. You know, I'll put it right here so you can get a video or whatever we're doing. But like you can see where it has kind of a bass boat design body shape to it, and that's what allows that bait to really cut the water really hard and turn really hard and be really erratic.
Right.
You know, more or less. Like I said, the other companies use the bill a lot.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty sick.
Yep.
And
we have two sizes now. We got a 95 and a 115.
you got a lot of colorways in it.
We have tons of colors. Another thing too, we put on that, and it's funny you just said this. So we put a tungsten casting weight in this, which if you guys are forward facing guys, you already know tungsten shows up a lot better on forward facing.
Oh yeah.
That was just by accident that we did that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Great looking bait.
Yep. Now here's the crazy part. I don't know if you do you deep crank at all, Jimmy?
A little bit.
Okay. So we have a patented thing called auto-tune technology, which in auto-tune technology, and I'll show you, can just have it on there real quick. The auto-tune technology is a line tie that automatically writes itself as soon as you throw it.
Okay.
So if you're a crankbait guy, whether it's a square bill, medium diver, or a deep diver guy, a lot of times you throw a crankbait, you have to tune a crankbait.
Right.
Or if it comes out of package, runs really good, and you hit a stump down there or get it stuck, you pull on it, you got to retune it. This crankbait, you don't have to redo it. It's instantly out of the package. No matter what you bang it into or cast it into, it's going to run true every single time. But the crazy part is when we put this into a deep diver, it allows this bait to get deeper than everybody else's.
Really?
Because it's instantly tuning itself the entire way to the bottom the whole entire time. Even when you're hitting the bottom of this thing, it's trying to tune itself to stay straight.
That's sick.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
This body size, just to give you a reference, a lot of guys throw 6 XDs and 8 XDs. This body size is right in between both of them, but this gets as deep as a 10 XD.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, a 10 XD on, I would say, normally you throw that on 15 pounds, a really heavy bait. You're going to get that thing down to like that 24, if you're lucky, maybe 25 on 12, if you could throw it on that and not break it off. This bait right here, out of the package on 12-pound test, I mean, I've seen it on forward-facing sonar plenty of times. I'm hitting 23.5 to 24 feet of water with this crankbait.
Wow.
It gets, I mean,
That's
it
insane,
gets it
dude.
done.
Let me check that out.
It's got a great rattling system. All of our baits we sell all come with stock BKK hooks. They are sticky.
I really like the overall body design. It's got the flare to the wide body. It's got a very good midline, and it's got the gill plates texture, which is just different. Very cool. This is a very, very good looking bait. And the auto tune, that's really
money.
Sick.
It's just a whole different level.
Check that one out. Bunch of colorways with it as well.
Tons of colors.
Tons of colors.
Yeah. 9 on that one. And that bait only weighs. That bait is either an ounce and a quarter, but it casts like a freaking dream, dude.
Oh, I bet.
It casts like an 8XD you can bomb. It casts as good as anything. I can spool my reel on that thing.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, the rattle in that bait's insane.
Yep.
Well, what else you got for me?
I didn't bring too much more. I did have the Lippus on here, but like I said, there's so much information on that.
Oh yeah.
If you guys see the Vertrex, it's a TP body. It's actually a rubber body.
Yeah.
This is a Max Series 2, Max Vibration. There is no auto-tune in this one, but this one will swim a little bit on the way in the fall. But this is really good. We sell this up into an ounce and a quarter.
Yeah.
So if you're a TBA guy, you're fishing ledges a lot, you want to give them something different, this is the bait for you.
Hell yeah.
You can throw it in there, get it down there, rip this thing off the bottom, make them react. But it's a lipless that falls dang near right to the bottom really quick when you have that kind of weight.
Right.
So you can get it down to them fish and make them react.
Awesome, dude.
Yep.
Well, before we let you go, what's the next like big thing you're excited about that you can say, or what is the coolest thing that you have seen, whether you're affiliated with it or not, at ICast?
At ICast, I haven't walked around enough to be honest with you. I kind of went right to the booth today.
Anything that you've seen like hyped up on social media though?
Trying to think. I will say this. I'm happy that the JDM market is finally starting to make a wave in freshwater here in U.S. because when if you go home and you like literally like YouTube like a real Japanese bass fishing video where like they talk in Japanese, or they're way ahead of us when it comes to
Always
technique
have
and just
been,
being
man.
dialed in.
Yeah.
And I think U.S. is finally starting to get to that level. Like bass fishing in the last 2 years has been more advanced than ever. Obviously, because forward-facing sonar and the fact that a lot of guys are finally starting to pick up on it and start to use it. It's like anything else, man. It's a confidence thing. You got to put that thing in the water, and you got to lock your head on it, and you got to learn how the fish look, how they react, which ones are bass, which ones are not bass. And I think once U.S. catches up with Japan style fishing, we'll probably be a little better because we use a lot more bass boats here than they do over there. They walk the bank a lot too, but
Right. And all that technology is always changing.
It's ever changing, and there's some things with that too that I know about that are being talked about. We can't talk about a lot of stuff, unfortunately, but
Right.
even in the kayak side, I do know of a few things now that are going to be possibly coming out. And I will say this: the kayak scene, I think the evolution is now in the kayak scene. I think you're going to see the growth happen right now more than ever, and it'll probably be the peak of it within the next 2 to 3 years. But I do think kayaks also are going to be changing a lot.
Oh yeah,
because the tournament scene is being so it's getting so strong in tournament scene that they're really going to start gearing these kayaks towards the tournament angler now more than just the recreational person.
and that's something that I've said too. Like we've had Mike Iaconelli. You come into kayak fishing, have success, be more than just a guy that's promoting that brand. You're actually showing up and putting it down. And I think that we will see more of that for other reasons when other brands start to pick up. So like Yamamoto or something like that, they may see that, okay, there's another market we can make a few dollars in.
Yeah.
We can have this angler fish these events in the boat and try these events. The more we see your level of angler, the elites, the MLF guys, those kind of guys come over, I think that's what's going to give kayak fishing that elitist series where it's like a qualify to get in kind of deal. And then it's like you said, it's going to follow with the brands of the kayaks where it's going to be very specific tournament style, like completely tournament driven, thought designed kayaks, which they say that now. A lot of them, like it's designed for the tournament fishermen, but that's ever evolving as this goes. So I think we might think right now that they're there, but I think you're 100% right that next few years it's going to be completely different. And for another reason, it's like you're starting to kind of max out on what a current like kayak is.
Well, that's the thing. So like, if there's a kayak company out there that can let me design a kayak, I have 2 ideas in mind that would completely change the game. And I don't want to say too much, but like, I mean, I'm not even gonna say it.
There you go.
I'm not even gonna say it.
Well, the great thing is you know me now, and I know a lot of those people, so
yeah,
we can get you in touch with some of the right folks.
Yeah, I know you can. I know you can. It's this game is, gosh, it's a hard game. Not only trying to get sponsors, but it's a hard game because you don't want to be a guy in the game that rotates sponsors.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? Like the loyalty side of this game is crap.
Yeah,
that's the best way to say it.
It is.
Yeah, but there's definitely some cool stuff that I got in mind. Like I'm a guy that's really meticulous about like a lot of things. I came from kind of a woodworking family where everything had to be perfect, and just your whole outlook on how things are built and done, I think changed a lot of the way that I think.
Right.
So like, the ideas I have with kayaks is like mind blowing. I actually have been thinking about buying a CNC machine and building stuff.
So some of I work with a CNC guy, and most of like the guys with the best minds is like if you can put it down on CAD, CNC mill, you get your first CNC mill.
You know what's funny? when I was in high school, and actually the reason I did it was for a girl, but years ago I took CAD just because she wasn't like a girl that I was trying to date, but she was a real good friend of mine. We wanted to have class together, so we both took CAD together. So I did it for 2-3 years in school.
Yeah.
So like, you never know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
There's your
Steve Jobs
basis.
said it the best. You can't connect the dots looking forward or backward, only forward.
Right.
Whatever he said. Yeah, there's a saying for that, but it's all true.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But you never know, man. Maybe we'll see something cool like that coming from you in the future.
Maybe.
Maybe you're the guy that takes it into that next level.
Yeah, I'm in if you guys are listening.
That's right. Well, man, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you got to get back over there to Nomad, but appreciate you coming by again, dude. Good time having you. And definitely want to schedule you back. I've got a new segment for the network coming on Gear Review and do a really detailed breakdown of some of Nomad spades and stuff like that.
Let's do it, man.
Awesome. Well, folks, that's another great show we've got for us right now. Stay tuned. We got more coming. Make sure you follow Greg. Go check out what he just did with the Bassmaster. Check out his social medias. I've got Nomad linked in the comments. Go pick him up. You won't be disappointed at all. And we will see y'all next time. That's just a network. So that's a podcasting network. So think of trying to think of another good. Hey everybody, we're still here. Hey. Why is my mouse not here?